I feel great. I have energy. I just drank some coffee thanks to Romeo. I actually just got off the plane like 2 hours ago. So I was trying to perk up a little bit, do my makeup, try to pull up so I can look okay for y'all. But I'm here and I'm happy to be back. It's always a fun time with you. So who's Callie?
Right.
Well, I identify Callie as Sadity child. That's 2 words, huh? Oh, okay. So, fun Sadity trap. How about that?
Okay, define Sadity trap.
Okay, perfect. I would love to. I was waiting for you to ask me that. So this is what Sadity trap is. That's what I label my music, and who my music is me, of course, Callie, right? So how I got into that is, of course, I'm raised in Atlanta. I was born downtown, but I was raised more in like the outskirts. I don't know if you know what Fayetteville is, but yeah, that's kind of where I was raised. So I always loved trap music, even though I wasn't exactly downtown Atlanta, but I always listened to it. But I also grew up in like kind of just a normal household, like 2 parents. We grew up middle class, so I never really like needed anything. I got pretty much, just normal. I wasn't out there slanging coke and shit, nothing like that. So what I wanted to do was, I felt that growing up in trap music, mostly it talked about 3 things. And it was either about money, it was about sex, or it was about drugs. And I really didn't do any of that growing up. So like, I was like, let me find a way, because I love trap music, but I want to talk about what I want to talk about. And I want to make a lane where I know there's kids that grew up just like me. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like just a middle class life, not rich, not poor, but just normal. So that's kind of how my music is. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's a little ratchet, but it's also real. It's just, I like to call it like popping shit. I'm just always popping my shit. More so it comes from, I feel like the world kind of puts a stamp on what certain things are, and that's with anything. So particularly me talking about with music, they stamped what they thought trap music was. Like, as far as, this is what it sounds like, this is what it's about, this is what's going on. And we watched it evolve, don't get me wrong, it's evolved great, but it's kind of just its own category. So what I wanted to do is, I wanted to still stay true to myself, because it's like, I'm not gonna be talking about stuff that I've never did. Even though I come from acting, like I can play that, but I just want to be real and be fun in who I am. So I just wanted to bring that aspect of it. So did it ever really clash? Not really, personally for me, because I've always been confident in who I was. But I do feel like maybe other people, probably look at it like, this not trap, but this not pop. Like, what is, like, you know what I'm saying? So not personally for me, but maybe other people. Definitely, for sure. And what's funny about it is, I feel like other people always view, the way that somebody looks, like from the outside looking in, sometimes they always think it's easier. Like, it's easier to get in the door to do this because, you already look like that, so it's easy. They're just gonna open the door for you. That's dead. That's not true, like, at all. Now, I will say, having a great personality, having great energy, you attract great things in your life. So I've always just had amazing energy, because that's just, it's 2020. Like, there's no time. Life is too short. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. The next minute's not guaranteed for me. So I'd rather just be positive in every aspect of my life that I do. So with that being said, like, I even just put my looks to the side, and when I'm going out and I'm going to these meetings, I make sure what I'm saying and what I'm presenting in front of people is something that they're paying attention to and something that they like. And number one for me and for everybody, for any artist like listening right now, besides your music, how you get through in life and in this game, you have to make people fall in love with you and who you are first. And once somebody likes you and they fuck with your character, they might not even like your music, but they gonna go hard because they like the person you are, and they're like, I wanna see her win. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, that has helped me personally so far, and the most in my career is just really putting out radiant energy and getting that back. And then also, don't get me wrong, like I stay on my grind, like I'm always in the studio. My music is great. I don't hear nobody else on the radio that sounds like me. That's why I consider it a Sadity track. Performance-wise, I'm rehearsing 3 times a week. So like, besides all the great energy, I'm still having my stuff on the side, still know what you're doing and have that in pocket. And there's all, like I say, there's mountains that you go through, and just because something, what they say, the quote, it might look green on the other side, but it's really not. Because even with the thing of being an attractive person or whoever, is beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So even going through, like you be having dudes who, the music industry is run by men. So if a guy, he might like your music, but he might have other intentions for you. So the minute that you shut that down, because the type of person I am, I'm sorry, I'm not doing anything for, like, that's not me. I can't do that. So if I don't like you and I'm, and that's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely been a struggle with that, because I can name over 10 instances that's happened, and I'm like, no, like, I'm not doing that, or that, I'm not about that. This is what I'm about, my music and my career, and that's it. And it has tarnished relationships where it's like, oh, damn, she didn't want to fuck with me like that, okay. Then it's funny when the tables turn and they come back around. That's one thing that I love, like women are finally, like we're coming up, even artist-wise, we see way more women now. We got strong leaders, like we got Cardi, we got Megan, Stallion, and I feel like back then you didn't really see that like that. And now we finally have the opportunity to really come. And it's funny because I just came from New York. I left a really big meeting. I had a meeting with an executive, and it was a lady. So it was cool, to work with A9s, but honestly, and this is the bad thing about it, this is to all y'all women listening who is empowered, I be nervous to have meetings with women, because most of them, it's like they either been where you are, and now that they have the power, it's kind of like, oh, just because you think you did, I don't want you to win. I feel like a lot of the times, low key, women, I don't want to say hating, but like, I don't know what it is. It's like, because I have the authority now I want you to feel what no feels like. That's what I feel like a lot of women feel. And the meeting I just had, she was wonderful. I thank you. It was like she wanted me to succeed. She was just like her. But I actually be nervous meeting with women, because I feel like men sometimes it's easier to get over, because women, I don't know. And the women, it's weird. Like, think about it, even artist-wise and rapping, it's like women are always in competition with each other. We're not even in competition with guys. We're in competition with each other. Like, I don't want my sister over here to win because I'm doing the same thing. Like, that don't make sense to me. I just wish we could come up together as a culture, and that's why sometimes I feel like it's easier for me to do things in front of men, because they don't have that wall up. They're more so just looking, they might look at your looks a little bit too, but at least they're still involved in what you're doing. And women, it's already like a wall up. Like, you gotta just break that bit down and then get to the bottom where you finally they're receptive. Right. But that's what I'm saying. If you constantly putting out great energy and just being radiant in whatever you do, the walls will eventually come down. I haven't really said this before, but I definitely feel like this is going to be my answer for now on. So what I want to tell women, to all you pretty ladies out there, young, old, is just please be 110% confident in yourself. And I can't explain how important that is, because if you're not confident in yourself, I promise you, other people are going to know. They're going to know that around you, and you're going to get some people who are going to try to take advantage of that. You're going to get some people who disrespect you. You're going to get this. If you hold yourself to a high standard, everything will fall in place for you.